Hello everybody, we are Robert and Matthias. Today we want to talk about how our company, RBI, has been approaching the journey to modern software engineering. This is obviously not a straight path, but a multifaceted and complex process, and we want to show you a pretty high-level overview about the tools that we used to guide us on this journey. We call this our DevOps transformation toolbox. We're not able to talk in great details about all of the tools given the time available, but try to give a bit more context about the ones that are a bit specific to our company. This is also not a talk about a glorious success, but a glimpse into a journey that started a while ago. It is also not our journey, but one of many people and teams excited about getting better in what they do. But let me shortly explain where we are coming from. Raiffeisenbank International is a medium-sized banking group headquartered in Vienna, Austria. It has subsidiaries and is operating in 14 countries in Central and Eastern Europe. It has around 19 million customers and approximately 46,000 employees across the group. RBI, as part of the Raiffeisen family that was founded based on cooperative concepts, has always been a rather traditional organization.
Considering the pace of change in business, it was clear that also RBI is required to consider adopting new ways of working and operating. A couple of years ago, a substantial transformation process was started that was kicked off with the definition of a vision and mission for the year 2025. I won't read it out, but the idea is obvious. Enable the organization to deliver continuous innovation to drive customer value. This is a very high-level statement, of course, but our specific approach to fulfill the mission is moving to agility on all different levels. What we want to make sure is that we deliver the right stuff quickly, and it's equally important, deliver it in a way that is good for our people. At the end, what we want to achieve is a continuous flow of value to our customers. Getting there requires a lot of changes on all levels. Organizational changes, changes in collaboration and budgeting. Of course, it also requires changes in software engineering. RBI always had a quite strong IT, but clearly some things needed to change. Let's talk about how we started our journey to a new way of working for our respective teams. Right from the start, it was clear that we needed and still need to catch up in some areas regarding our engineering capabilities. There is a lot of knowledge out there how to improve from an engineering perspective. And we took this knowledge and tried to apply it in an RBI specific version. This is what the DevOps Toolbox is all about. We took the proven tools out there and applied them in our specific context. But first, of course, we needed to have a clear target picture. Having this clear idea of a target of our journey is the first tool that we pulled out of our transformation toolbox. Our target operational model is autonomous product teams using DevOps methods and practices. Just to be clear what that means, we are talking about teams owning the complete software delivery lifecycle from requirements, implementation, testing to operation and maintenance. We are not applying this approach to each and every team though in the bank, but for our most important software products that define our position in the market. Our target operating model is autonomous teams working in DevOps mode. We have defined that target operating model as well in our IT strategy. What we have done together with management is to define objectives and respective key results. You know the pattern, the approach is called OKRs, and we started to apply this to almost all areas across our bank. So OKRs are the second tool that we pulled out of our toolbox. They help us to focus and align our efforts and priorities across the bank. I won't go into details as this is quite popular and you can get a lot of information about OKRs by doing a quick search on Google, but I just want to mention here very briefly that we use this approach to create the common understanding of our organizational goals. And it's also a bold statement about priorities. Together with objectives comes the definition of the respective key results. And we see this as crucial to achieve the objectives. It is super important to understand that how the key results are achieved is up to the teams. They need to find their own way to contribute to the overall key results. The teams are the ones that know their context and problem space best. Micromanagement is horrible and we really try hard to avoid it.
Discussing the OKRs with the teams, we experienced that many of them really needed some kind of inspiration where to start. And here, tool number 3 comes handy. It is our Agile Engineering Maturity Review. This review is basically a questionnaire that is filled out by the team in a joint session and gives the team some framework to figure out where there is room for improvement in the areas of CI/CD, DevOps, testing, and test automation. So, how does it work? It's basically just an Excel sheet with many questions, and the team puts itself for each of the questions into a maturity bucket. You see it here on the slides, like pretty simple: crawl, walk, run. These are the levels. There's some guidance to explain what the questions are about, but the evaluation is strictly done by the team